Hello, my name is Jordan, and today we're back in NIMBY Rails. Um, so I've been thinking about the issue we were having with Tacoma, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to run a set of parallel track, and then I'm thinking we'll run it to here, and then we'll come over, maybe around here, and follow through here, and then through there. And the idea behind doing it this way is that we'll be able to keep it mostly above ground. And I was thinking in the future, we actually could make this like a Puget Sound commuter line. Maybe it goes down to Tacoma and then it goes up to Bremerton. Bremerton is where the US Navy nuclear submarine base is. This is the marina, but like through here is where where the U.S. Navy services a lot of its nuclear submarines and so on. It's a big Navy town, and then Port Orchard also has quite a bit of people. If we turn on the overlay, see, this is these would be decent places to hit. The only downside to that is that the distance, the straight distance is pretty short. So people would expect to get from Seattle to Bremerton very quickly. And if they had to go all the way down to Tacoma first, that would be a little bit less than ideal. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we're doing. We can run these slower than we're running the main intercity lines, because it's just going to be point to point, and it's going to take a slightly more direct route. That'll let us get a bit more of the passengers on every trip. So we're going to start by having a second station here. And then we're going to do the station up in Seattle. These are the only two stations. I guess we'll do it over here. Okay. Let's bring this down. And now we want to bring this so that it is mostly parallel. Okay. So this is a little bit more challenging, but we should be able to come up out from underneath right about here, change it to ground. Okay. Now this is going to be pretty finicky, and I toyed with the idea of not even doing this on screen because it's going to be so I don't know. It's going to be so kind of tedious to get it to work correctly. But I don't know. We've done everything on screen just about, so I didn't want to do that. Okay. Okay, so that's, and we're going to run into stuff like this as well, which is a bit annoying, but where we're going to have to viaduct in places where we didn't viaduct before. But this is really the best option out of all the ones. I did price out what it would be to run an underground line. It was about 700 million to take it all the way to Tacoma, which actually was cheaper than I was expecting it to be, but still not 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 worth it for the one line, I don't think. Okay. All right, and we'll need to this. All right, like that. Now, how far are we? Not even close. Okay. Cool. And we're gonna need to viaduct again. There aren't really any better ground routes, so it would have had to be underground if it didn't do this. I was toying with the idea of running a subway across Puget Sound instead. Like, if we're gonna do a big giant subway all the way to Tacoma, like, why not go for it, you know? But I don't know. It just seemed excessive. Plus, I would really love to save some of that money for. Let's see here. I would really love to save some of that money for some of the other stuff that we want to do. That the line through Southern Oregon, going east through the Columbia River Gorge. Okay. Out like this. Yeah, that is touching. Okay, that. Yeah. Okay. I just did not anticipate how many problems this would cause. But I mean, I guess like I said in the last episode, it's a good problem to have. It's just not what I planned to be making episodes about, you know. Yeah. Like this. We'll separate them out a little bit. Give it a little bit of space. Okay. We'll leave that there for now. And we'll go down here and start from this one. So this is going to go straight out. No. This needs to be underground. Yeah. Okay, and we want it to come up right about here. Okay. And then we need viaduct across here. Probably across here. Nope. Awesome. Well, that gave us the overpass. I was not expecting that. Okay. And we're going to come up to here, I think it was. So we're going to have to do some underground or viaducting or something like that. Coming up here. Oh, probably need to go underground for this. Okay. Right like that. And back to ground. Okay. Now, we should be able to bring it across like this. Just viaduct across there. Back to ground. Actually, let's delete that. And let's change this to viaduct and go across. Yeah. This. So I'm thinking maybe make it a little further up this way and meet up over here. So we can go back to ground. It's a pretty severe turn. Oh, that we don't need to make. Okay, so delete those. This. Okay. All right, and then probably viaduct. Where are we? Oh, we're way back there. Okay. Yeah. We'll have to go over here and viaduct. And we'll just viaduct all the way across so that we don't have to worry about angles. This isn't super realistic, but this was such a difficult line to like figure something out for that I'm not I'm not as troubled about that as I usually am. I just kind of want to get this done. All right. And then this goes up. And we get some solid yes. There we go. Okay. Bonus though, we're not going to have to signal any of this since it's going to be one line, and I don't see how we would ever run another line on this track. So I'm not too worried about needing to maintain separation. We'll be able to handle that just with the normal separation controls on the line itself. So, you know, thankful for the small things, I guess. Okay. Oop. I don't know. When I would do stuff like this, I would usually have music on, but I mean, I can't listen to music while I'm recording. So when I do it for videos now, I only play this game on recordings because I don't want to maintain two saves and have to deal with all that. So it gets kind of I don't know. Even if I did listen to music while I recorded, it would be more difficult to think about what I'm trying to say. And if I just played the music in the background, well, then I'd get all kinds of copyright strikes and stuff, which I don't really super like. I don't care about monetizing these videos really. In order to monetize videos, you need to have 1,000 subscribers, and I just don't. Like in the very first video, I was telling people don't bother subscribing. I'm just not worried about monetizing. But YouTube is kind of a pain in the ass when it comes to like respecting your work, basically. So if I had to deal with all that monetization stuff as far as like copyright claims and stuff like that, like I don't want to deal with YouTube's bullshit, basically. So I'm just trying to avoid that kind of thing. Anyways, all that is to say that normally for this kind of task, I would just put on some chill music and just kind of zone in on what I'm doing. but I think we're almost done. It can be kind of for a project like this, can be kind of difficult to figure out, like, what exactly am I supposed to talk about while doing something like this? Because, like, I mean, there's not a lot to say about what I'm actually doing in the game. It's pretty straightforward. It's just work. Okay. Do that and that. And we're almost done. Excellent. I think that's it. For less than half the price of the underground option. All right, so let's make sure it's actually connected to everything. Goes over here. Yes, it's connected over there. And all right, so that's that. Build me my stuff. Speed tunnel. Awesome. Build. Now let's do. So I guess this would be an inner city line. I see. Puget Sound Commuter, I guess. I see. PSC. Yeah. I guess we'll go with the same. For this, we'll do like a deep red, a blood red. All right. Run that, and let's do the stations. This. And that. All right, well, it's not giving me any broken things here. Cool. Now, what trains to use? So we want something with very high capacity. But we probably want something faster than these. So these go up to 100 kilometers an hour. These go 320, but the most we can get is 1,000. So we don't need something that's quite that fast. 160. This Okay. 25, no. Just gotta find the right train. There's no point in running something other than the TGV if we can't get higher passenger totals. That could do it. Very slightly faster. $254 meters. What's our station length here? 188. Oh, well, that's no good. I see Puget Sound. Okay, we're back in here. So we can't run this. This is too long. This is also too long. Well, we might actually run the metro. It's not going to be that fast. Oh, we would have a lot of trains. All right, well, let's go for it. 12 of them? Maybe more? Let's do 12. What do we have? 9-minute timings? We probably don't need them that often, actually. Yeah, we definitely don't need them that often. How do I? There we go. Cell selected train. Cell selected train. 1049. And what is the West Coast local? 13-minute? 10-minute? So let's sell one more. 12-minute. And sell one more. 1330. That'll be fine. Okay. Okay. Well, let's run the line and see how it goes. Let's get it so that it's all spaced out. There we go. Right. And now there's nobody writing it because it's the middle of the night. Okay, well, let's run it for just a little bit here. Get it to kind of the peak time. Now what do we got? Still 0? Still 0. Well, these are running. I bet you it's just the speed. They don't want to, nobody wants to run or nobody wants to go on the slower train. Well, we might have to swap these out. For the TGV and just use those as the commuter. Otherwise, it's not going to be competitive and it won't actually alleviate the problems that we're having. At Tacoma City Center. So nobody's using these. So let's see here. Yeah, nobody. Okay. Well, sell all the trains. And we'll just run the TGVs. Okay. Oh, huh. I guess the station can handle something that long. It's weird. All right. Well, anyways, we definitely don't need 12. Maybe 6? 8-minute timings? Okay. We'll see how this works. I mean, they certainly go faster. Okay, so people are actually using it now. That's good. It's an improvement. 219. Okay. So nobody on this train is going to Tacoma. And 160 on this train to Tacoma. Okay. So I think this solves our big problem as far as overcrowding on the West Coast local. So we can probably reduce timings on the West Coast local as well. Um, in fact, I will do that right now. Well, let's wait until it's not the middle of the day, so that the lines don't get all screwed up in the middle of like the rush hour. Let's change this to not bad. Yeah. Once we have a full day of this running, I think it'll be generating quite a bit of revenue. Let's go back over here. 34, 82, 41. There's 117 waiting. Okay. 86. So I think it's holding up. 119, 69. Evening, I think, was the peak time as far as number of passengers. So let's run it to 18. Yeah, 1830. That's good. Yes, that's good. We're also running these more frequently, so should expect them to not be as full. Twenty, 142, 110. Okay, yeah. So I think that's a success because I'm not seeing our other lines get overwhelmed anymore. And we can actually check lines capacity used. Yeah. So now this West Coast local isn't peaking way up there anymore, and that's good. Let's check here. Yeah. So that Puget Sound commuter line is gonna make us quite a bit of money, and the other West Coast lines are just still doing pretty good. So cool. All right. Well, that is what I really wanted to get done in this one. It was kind of nagging on my brain a little bit because I knew I couldn't really tackle any other projects until this was solved because I didn't want to run the simulation. I didn't want to run the simulation while we had that issue with overcrowding. And I mean, if you look at the West Coast local line and the accounting, see compensated, waited too long, just people. But now we're not getting any of that. But we were full station. The people were waiting so long they were piling up in Seattle, and Seattle was getting overcrowded. So yeah, I didn't want to run the simulation until that was fixed, and that was kind of preventing me from really even thinking about any other projects. So now that's off my mind. It's not there anymore. We fixed that, so now we can focus on other projects. So I am excited about that. Like I said, we could extend this Puget Sound commuter line up into Port Orchard and Bremerton. That might be something we do. We're not going to do that next episode, I don't think, because I don't even know for sure if we're going to do it. But it's an option. It's a thing we could do. So, but I think Seattle and the Puget Sound area is very well fleshed out at this point. So we can start looking at some of the other ones. We have tram lines we could build, like I had mentioned before, in Centralia and in Longview. And we can start taking this line down to Eugene and Corvallis and extending those there. And that would also let us, Eugene is another place where we could build some really interesting tram networks to kind of help feed the West Coast lines. So those are all things to think about, something we might do. Another really fun thing, fun/annoying thing, is running an oceanside line, like just up and down the coast. That would be very challenging in part because the Oregon coast is so rugged. If you're familiar, so if you're from California, it's kind of like the Malibu coast, only it's the entire state is like that. Or if you are in Europe, it is sort of like northern Spain, as far as the geography or geology of the area. Actually, a closer analogy would be Scotland. But anyways, so it'd be fun, just because it would probably be quite beautiful to ride a line if one of those was built. But actually building it would be pretty painful. So I don't know, but we have lots of options and things we can do in the future. So, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. and I hope you join me next time.